All right. So today we're going to be talking about Facebook group marketing, retention strategies. Man, this is a jam-packed video, one that I'm personally passionate about because I will tell you, for me personally, a Facebook group that I created, which you'll see right here, the Medicare Broker Community, it changed everything for me when it comes to marketing and retention. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I did it, why I did it, what I continue to do to grow the community, and how it is impacting the overall business. So first and foremost, folks, if you are on Facebook and you are not a part of the Facebook group, you can see it on my screen here. It is called the Medicare Broker Community. It is a private Facebook group only for insurance agents, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that here in a second. But if you haven't joined it yet, I would love for you to join. But that's it up on the screen. And now I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience with the Facebook group. So, folks, I've been in sales and marketing now for 15 years. And one thing that I learned about 10 years ago is to pay attention to human behavior. How are people engaging and interacting when it comes to making a decision, right? And, if you rewind 10 years ago, people were making decisions based on direct mail, based on people calling them on the phone, random people, right? Like, this is how decisions were made. Fast forward to today, that has completely changed. And who knows, it might change even more as we go through, things. So what I found out very quickly is that I can create a community of folks that are my ideal client. It's another reason why I like this is you can target exactly who you want to target. My ideal client, create a private group just for those people and provide value to them. That was my goal. And a couple of reasons, and I'm going to go into a little bit more about my conversions and some things that you can do on how to grow your business. But a couple of things that I really liked about creating a private Facebook group. Number one, it was at no cost. It did force me to learn how to become a content creator, which 10 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. But it did force me to become a content creator, which I actually personally love and enjoy. I love telling stories about what other agents are doing to become successful, because I firmly believe that it helps everybody, right? So the things that I loved about the Facebook group is it was constant communication from me to my ideal audience and how I can help them. Because, folks, if you think about old marketing techniques, and I'm not saying these don't work, I'm not saying they do work, I'm just saying they're outdated. When you look at like direct mail or meetings, you're very limited in the time you have and how many people are actually going to be in that meeting or seeing that piece of direct mail. So let me talk to you about direct mail. For 1,000-piece mailer, it's going to cost you about $650. You might get a 1% return rate, right? So that means 10 people are going to raise their hand and say, help me. Here's the crazy part. Within my private Facebook group, I've got close to 7,000 members. I can make one post one day and get hundreds of people to raise their hand. And I can do this every single day. Every single day. There's 7,000 people in my group. That's the equivalent of me dropping 7,000 pieces of direct mail one time, two times, sometimes three times a day, right? And it's just the reach that you have. And as you all know, being in sales, this is a contact sport. The more people you can touch over and over and over again, the better off you have of converting those into clients. And I learned this firsthand over the years, but there's a couple things that I also learned. One, the variable is the content, right? Now, fortunately, I put some things into place, and I'd be happy to share these with you. If you can reach out to me, you can see my phone number here at the bottom. But when you're setting up your Facebook group, there's certain things that you want to have in your Facebook group so that Facebook knows who you want in that Facebook group. Like, I don't want people that are not insurance agents in the Facebook group. I don't want that. That's not what it's for. But there's certain things that I had to implement within the Facebook group to tell Facebook that, hey, this is who I'm targeting. And guess what? Facebook, the algorithm, will now show that to insurance agents and having my group being recommended to them, which is great. It's all organic, doesn't cost you any money, right? So I love that. So what I learned over the years is people might not engage with you within the group, but they might see it. I can't tell you how many times I get text messages from people that will say, I can't believe you posted that, or, hey, I really like that video, but they will never engage in the group. So what I learned for me personally, conversions, is I had to proactively reach out to my members of the group and provide value to them. Now, when it comes to providing value, I personally love the book Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. I personally believe that if you bring people value, you have a higher likelihood of converting them into a client than if you're always just trying to sell them. You post this in the Facebook group. I talk a lot about be a resource and not a pitch, because I firmly believe in that. I firmly believe that people want to be helped. The community wants to be helped before they're always pitched on something. The other thing that I really liked is I look at my own personal experiences now and like, folks, we've got to know that digital marketing is here, right? It's here, it's growing, it's becoming more and more relevant. And what I learned from me personally, and this is just my personal experience, I'm not knocking anybody else who does this. It became very frustrating to me when I wanted information based on somebody's marketing and I had to click through all these forms. And then when I clicked through the form, somebody would pick up the phone and call me. It was just it's just clunky. I didn't like it. I never did like it. So what I did is I changed all my call to actions to comment below with me and I'll send you a private message. And it keeps everything right on the Meta platform, which makes it easier for the communication, right? So I absolutely love that about Meta. It's you stay on one platform, people don't have to leave, they can engage and they can also request information right there on the platform, and then I can hit them up on Messenger. So what I've learned over the years, folks, and a lot of you Tidewater partners out there know this, it is very rare for me to be on the phone with an agent or even collecting emails. My number one source of communication now these days is Messenger. And what happens in Messenger, and y'all know this, is because you receive this communication from me, is voice messaging and video messaging within Messenger. And a couple of reasons why this has really helped. One, it's enabled me to get the message out to thousands of people quickly and efficiently. And then when somebody has a more specific question, instead of them calling me like the old traditional methods, and we talk on the phone for an hour, which is not efficient, I can simply send somebody a voice message saying, hey, here's how you fix this, or hey, here's an idea, or hey, here's what we recommend. Let me know if you have any questions. And the majority of the time with that voice message, we can solve the problem. It's so efficient for me because what I've experienced over the years is that if I was using old methods for marketing and retention, it would be impossible. It would be physically impossible just because of the number of brokers that I communicate with on a daily basis. And this Facebook group and the Facebook platform has allowed for me to share a message to not only our partners, but also to people that I'm trying to attract to us, which has been a complete game changer for me. Because look, folks, done the direct mail, I've done the meetings. You know, even with meetings, when you think about a meeting, if you can get 50 people in a room for 8 hours, I can make one Facebook post of value and do a training or do a Facebook Live and hit those same amount of people at the same time, but they don't have to travel. We don't have to pay for a venue, which is expensive. I could just do it on Facebook Live and engage with people as we go through it. And that's why I fell in love with Facebook. Because here's the other thing. Let's talk about what, I know a lot of you are doing meetings or member meetings. Well, what if you have somebody that lives on the other side of the state? And if they don't come to your meeting, they don't learn about what you're talking about, whether that's a retention strategy or whether that's a marketing strategy. They're going to miss out on that. I can do a Facebook Live. I have people in my Facebook group that are in 28 states all across the country. There's no way humanly possible I would be able to support those folks with in-person stuff. Physically impossible and completely unrealistic when it comes to a budget. But I can do it on social media and I can do it on Facebook. And that is why I chose a private Facebook group, because it allows me to build a community to help people, but it also allows for me a way to communicate, which is so important when it comes to sales and marketing. Communication. I just got off the phone with a broker this morning, and we were talking about his process. He's been in the business for 20 years. He told me that what he does is he has an email list that he sends out to his prospects and his existing clients, which is cool, but his open rates are terrible. People are not reading his emails. They're going to spam. He's seeing no traction at all. And it's to no fault of his own. It's human behavior. The data is showing us that emails are not as effective as they used to be. But guess what is effective, folks? Text messaging and Facebook messaging, because it's on their phone and they see it immediately. I saw the other day a statistic. When you send a text to somebody and they know who you are, there is a 99.9% chance that they're going to open it and read it. And I told him that. I said, for your existing members, you should be texting them. You should be texting them. They're your existing members. The data shows that that's how people are communicating these days. Email marketing, where I'm not completely saying don't do it, but the data is saying that it's a dying thing. It just is. It is what it is. The open rates are not what they used to be. It's because people are now building filters with AI. People are getting way too many emails from everybody under the sun. But guess what? There's not a lot of people that are getting text messages or Facebook messages. And I have personally found out that text messaging and Facebook messaging has been a godsend for me. I use both voice messaging and video messaging on both of those platforms. And the feedback that I've gotten from the people that I communicate with is they love it. It's a very simple, easy solution to what they need help with. Okay. So if you're thinking about starting your own Facebook group, right? Invite your clients, ask your clients to invite their friends, because they're probably of the same age. They're probably the same ideal client that you're trying to talk to, and create content that helps those folks. I know we've got a couple of partners here that do quite a bit in Facebook groups, one of which talks a lot about the Medicare supplement increases. This gentleman is on pace to qualify for our incentive trip because he's constantly posting, but he's posting to the ideal audience that he's targeting. That's seniors. That's who he wants to talk to. But just imagine, I see him posting 1 to 2 times per day in a Facebook group that has hundreds of people in it. If he were to do any other marketing method, if he were to have a seminar at a local library, or if he were to do a direct mail, he would be very limited to the amount of people that he could target just because of the marketing platform. And it would be one time and done. With a private Facebook group, you can post as many times as you want. There is no oversaturation on social media. I don't care what anybody tells you. Social media is not oversaturated. There's plenty of opportunity out there. Plenty. So this is why I chose it. It has helped me substantially, mainly to communicate with people, which, as you learn and as you grow your business, communication is the number one thing that will help you grow and retain your business. So you might be sitting there today. Well, what do I do? Well, maybe you're a Medicare agent. Create a Facebook group, private Facebook group, and start inviting your clients into it and posting content. Post content about what you're doing to help people. You'll be surprised, folks. Have a clear call to action. Do not wait for people to reach out to you, because they probably won't, because they might not know how to. Reach out to them. Thank them for being a member. Offer value. See how you can help them. And what all of this does, folks, it just sparks conversation. And as we all know, conversations lead to conversions, which lead to sales, which lead to revenue. So, leaving at this, remember, folks, this is a contact sport. I don't care what industry you're in. If you're in sales, it's a contact sport. And there is no other platform, marketing platform, communication platform, where you can reach more people. I call it underpriced advertising, for this less amount of money compared to any other thing you can do out there. So I hope that this motivates you. I'm about 9 years into having my Facebook group. It has been a godsend for me. I spend about 90% of my day in here creating content and communicating with people. So I hope that this helps you. If you need any help, send me a text, 919-867-6301. As you know, folks, I always just talk about proof of concept. This has worked for me. It's worked great for me. It's kind of my baby. And I'm just going to continue doing it. So I hope this helps you. Have a great day. See you.